Lindsay Corcoran from thedailyshrewsbury.com, and this is your weekly news. Fire destroyed an Edgemere Boulevard home on Sunday night after Shrewsbury and other local firefighters worked for nearly an hour to extinguish the flames. Firefighters responded to the home on 5 Edgemere Boulevard at 8:34 p.m. to find the flames shooting out of the roof and catching the trees above on fire. The sole resident, Deborah A. Trotto, was home when the fire began but able to escape without injury. No other injuries were reported. The fire was the second in 2 years to hit the 2-story home. Firefighters recalled that the last fire was contained to the basement. For more on the fire, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. A 3-car accident that resulted in a rollover on I-290 westbound in Shrewsbury sent one driver to the hospital on Monday night. The accident occurred at 7:36 p.m. when the driver of one vehicle, which later left the scene, sideswiped a 2000 Subaru, according to Massachusetts State Police Trooper Thomas Murphy. The Subaru then struck a 2003 Acura, which rolled over in the median. The driver of the Acura was taken to UMass Memorial Hospital, University Campus in Worcester. Murphy said the accident did not result in a fatality, but he was unaware of the driver's condition. In the week since nomination papers became available, 2 more Shrewsbury residents have pulled papers for the one seat on the Board of Selectmen coming up for re-election this year. Current chairman of the Board of Selectmen, Jim Kane, is up for re-election after being elected in 2009. He announced earlier this month his intention to run. Robert P. Abraham of 1 Everett Avenue and Victor A. Zolotarevsky of 242 Boylston Street have both pulled nomination papers. Town Clerk Sandra Wright said that neither have returned their papers, so they may not necessarily run. The school committee has 1 seat opening, as Steve Levine announced he would not seek re-election earlier this week. Jason Palstich, a 2007 graduate of Shrewsbury High School, announced in December that he would be running for the seat. For the latest election coverage, stay with thedailyshrewsbury.com.
The town of Shrewsbury will be holding an auction of a single-family home on February 22nd at 10 a.m. The home, located at 47 Puritan Street, features 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, situated on over half an acre with excellent commuter access. This is a no-reserve auction. Pre-registration to start at 9:30. $5,000 in certified funds required for deposit with a 30-day closing. For more details, visit the town's website or call 508-841-8508.
Is a physical response. It's an organic thing.
Color's like an extra emotion.
It's a learned experience.
It's alive.
Shrewsbury's initial fiscal year 2013 budget, filed by Town Manager Dan Morgado earlier this week, aims to help close the school's $5.4 million budget gap. The budget for the school department increased by 5.2%, or $2.4 million. This money fills in for the school's loss of federal stimulus funding and circuit breaker revenues. Superintendent of Schools Joseph Sawyer said in his initial budget presentation in January that job losses will likely be necessary this year in order to close the $5.4 million budget gap. The budget also includes a 3.1% reduction in the Shrewsbury Fire Department's budget, bringing staffing levels down to 32 from 34. To read more on the budget, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. The seniors at Shrewsbury High School have been so busy volunteering since the beginning of the school year that they have already surpassed their 4,000-hour community service goal for the year. Students have completed 4,673 hours, thanks mostly to the work of 122 dedicated students. At the beginning of the year, the seniors' new assistant principal, P.J. O'Connell, presented the 4,000-hour challenge to spark volunteerism. The 4,000-hour challenge is only the beginning for the high school, which has now launched a 10,000-hour challenge. Each class will be challenged to complete 10,000 hours of service learning by the time they graduate. As a class, the students would complete 1,000 hours as freshmen, 2,000 hours as sophomores, 3,000 as juniors, and 4,000 as seniors. Read the full story on the high school volunteers at thedailyshrewsbury.com. Oak Middle School's interim principal, Ann Jones, has been chosen to stay on as principal. Jones took over as interim principal at the beginning of the school year after former principal Chris Startesky announced at the end of the summer that he would be leaving for a position in the Tantascwa School District. Sawyer noted that he received strong feedback from students, staff, parents, and administrative colleagues, especially those who worked closely with her. For more on Jones's appointment, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. Shrewsbury Stop and Shop patrons may be happy to learn that a beer and wine store is set to open inside of the Route 9 grocery store within the next couple of months. The store, DM Wine and Spirits, is leasing space inside the Stop and Shop building to start selling beer and wine. Customers will need to make purchases there, and it is closed off from the environment of the grocery store. The store is going to start with just beer and wine, but may expand to sell liquor in the future. The exact opening date hasn't been set, but the store is looking to open as soon as possible. I'm Lindsay Corcoran, and this has been your weekly news. To see these stories and much more, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. Be sure to tune in to SPAC 28 again next Thursday at 7 and 10 p.m. Thanks for watching.